Hey everybody, we're almost done with the Roman Catechism in our Monday night study group at St. Anthony Parish in Tamuning, Guam, and I'm looking for topics for our future sessions starting in just a few weeks. And so I have 6 or 7 proposals here tonight. I'm going to quickly go over them with you all, and maybe if you could take some time and maybe drop me a line or leave a comment on the post which way you think we should go, and we'll take it into consideration. The first topic is that we were thinking of maybe doing Catholic Answers has 120 tracts that answer some very tough questions about the Catholic faith, and I have scanned all the 120. Some of them are copyrighted, so they're for our personal use only. They won't be available outside the group, but they'll be for our study group only on Monday nights. But they cover everything from Mary, the Pope, every conceivable question basically that someone from outside the church might be asking, some of the tough questions. Okay, and I have here the tracks sort of categorized, and for example, here's one, the church and Peter in the papacy, and here's another one on apostolic succession. It looks like there are 2 pages, front back, and so we could definitely do that. The second option is Catholic Answers has bundled 70 of those tracts into a book called The Essential Catholic Survival Guide. And let me go check it out here. There it is. And it's from the staff of Catholic Answers. And it basically takes the top 70 and it puts it into a book form. And so that might be something we can do. The third option is atheism. Here's 20 answers, Catholic Answers, 20 answers on atheism. It's a very short work by Matt Fradd. You might know him as a podcaster, Pints with Aquinas. And so there are basically 20 questions about atheism, or 20 propositions that are either true or false, and go over. One of the main challenges we have as Catholics now is atheism and secularism. 20 years ago, here in Guam, we might have thought it was the anti-Catholic movements, and that's still here, but atheism is rearing its head even in our own families. And so the next topic we might do is atheism also, but it's a longer work by Trent Horn, and let me get to that right here. There it is, Answering Atheism by Trent Horn, and that's a much longer book, but it gets really deep into it, and Trent writes in a very readable style. It's just a longer work though, and it gets into some of the questions that we've been dealing with in our study group. Occasionally the question is, why does God allow evil things to happen? Comes up quite often actually, and of course these topics on atheism address that. The next topic is a little bit more philosophical. It is on that, what I just described, good and evil, another 20 answers from Catholic Answers. It's a short work. You know, they have a series of books called 20 Answers, and they have one on atheism that, like I said, Matt Fradd wrote, but this one is on good and evil. A little bit more what is good and what is evil. And then it also explains why God allows evil. Let's just bring that up. There we go, and we'll just go down here to the table of contents. What are good and evil? What are the ingredients of a good moral act? So a little bit of a morality, a moral theology 101, I guess you'd call this one. Again, these are short works. Would probably only take us a few weeks to go through, so we could do that. And then the next two are on church history. Church history. Let me drill over to that. And there are two works by, we'll do one or both, two works by Steve Weidenkopf. He's an adjunct professor at Christendom College I believe that's in Virginia, very Orthodox Catholic college. The first one is Answering 20 Centuries of Anti-Catholic Myths, and it's basically 55 myths, anti-Catholic myths that are from the church's history, 2,000-year history. Very readable, and not that long. It doesn't cover church history in its entirety, though. And then the next work is also by Steve Weidenkopf. It's called Timeless, and this is a book that one of our study group members recommended to me. Dave Antonelli, Deacon Dave, recommended this to me, and it's excellent. But it's a history book. It's very engaging, except we're not sure whether it would spur the kind of discussion that we're used to having. Every page we're going to learn something new. But so this might be more proper for like a Catholic book club, which I'm thinking about starting separately from the study group. So God willing. So that's sort of what I had in mind, and so feel free to leave your comments. God bless.